Figure it out.
Hello, this is Adam Koralik with Flying and Eating. Today, let's go somewhere and do something, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Hey guys, it's Adam here. On the previous episodes of Flying and Eating, my buddy Snowman and I made our way up to Michigan and then eventually into southern Ontario. We've been doing all sorts of fun stuff. Now we've crossed into Buffalo, New York, and let the adventure begin. So the Canadian flag is super depressed on this side. Look at this. We're in America, so you can see freedom. In Canada, not so much. I'm sorry, Canada. I didn't do it. So Snowman and I are out here, and there's an unexpected bonus in Buffalo. This is the grave of President Millard Fillmore, 13th President of the United States. What do you know about him?
Absolutely nothing.
Do you know his name?
Millard?
Yeah, what was his last name?
Fillmore?
Wow, he's already an expert. Check it out, there's a flag up here too. What?
I can read.
Yeah, good. I can't, it's very faded. But Sega Pluto enjoyed it. Hey, Millard Fillmore, Sega Pluto, how many dead presidents you've seen? Way too many. So we stumbled across an unexpected little bonus here in this graveyard in Buffalo. Rick James, like, musician. I'm Rick James, bitch. That's him. He is in fact Rick James, bitch. So we're currently out in a little suburban area of Buffalo. Over there you can see Snowy. He's in the car, a little cold for him. But here we have a giant American flag. That doesn't seem like that big of a deal. Why would that? It's kind of an oddly specific pole. Oh, it's because of this. There's a marker here. So back in 1901, this whole area was totally different. It wasn't houses, it was like a big building complex. President William McKinley was in town, and he was shot and ultimately killed. He did not die right here, but this is where he was wounded. It's just time, man. It just ravages everything, and all that's really remnant of the assassination of William McKinley is a rock that notes it. We knew it had to happen. The Sega Pluto has visited an assassination site for yet another president. I know it's kind of morbid, but it is what it is. What can I say? The Sega Pluto has an affinity for historical sites, albeit tragic ones. So this is downtown Buffalo. It's actually Buffalo City Hall here. They have an obelisk thing going on. This is pretty much as big as it gets for them. Buffalo Bills play here. I think the history of this city is very similar to Detroit in the sense that it was basically built as a base, a Fort Buffalo type of thing on the other side of, you know, to border Canada and prevent the British from invading, I think, but I could be wrong about that. But also interesting in our president's thing here going on, there's a statue of Grover Cleveland, who I think was governor. Yeah, he was governor of New York at one point, so I guess he was here. He would be mostly known as originally the only two-term non-consecutive president. He was 22nd and 24th until Donald Trump became the 45th and 47th. So we got this cool obelisk thing going on here in this little park area. Doesn't seem to be much else going on here though. Just thought I'd give you guys a quick sense of it. And if you're wondering where Snowman is, he's doing the due diligence. He is cruising around in the car. There's a little bit of geography and the history of Buffalo. So basically that's where we are, and the Canadians were there. So like I said, I'm pretty sure the history of the city is essentially like War of 1812, we should have a base, etc., etc. Yeah, timeline excursions, 1814, so there you go. Several border crossing exchanges through 1812 and 1813 led to an all-out British assault on Buffalo. There you go. There is some history of Buffalo. Check that out. The top of that building has like a fake Statue of Liberty on top. It is appropriate. We are in New York, very technically. So we'd like to point out that New York has 3 license plates that are constantly in rotation. And funny enough, all 3 of them are right in front of us right now. It's not like one of these is old and they just stopped making it. Like, I don't pretend to know how this works in New York. Why? Why all 3 of these at the same time? So check this out, guys. About 75 minutes from where we are in Buffalo is a place called Jamestown. That is where Lucille Ball was from, and that is where her museum is. I've never been to this. They have like original props. I think it's a recreation of the set, the Ricardo's apartment and stuff. Yes, I'm old enough to care about an I Love Lucy museum. Maybe one day we will do that. Okay, now we're gonna do the thing we primarily set out to do, which was
Wings.
Yeah, we want to try
like
these.
To eat.
We do. We some big boys. But the thing is, Buffalo, obviously best known for buffalo wings. So what kind of research did you do?
Just like the pizzas I had before, I went to Reddit and read a bunch of people arguing over what was best. And this was one of the ones that came out at the top.
Oh, you'll see in a second, but just tell them the same story you just told me about the original one.
Oh, I don't even know what it's called. All I know is they basically said that it wasn't horrible to eat. It's not going to be the worst thing you put in your mouth, but other than that, it's just a place, it's a thing.
So basically, the place that created the buffalo wing is still around, but apparently it's not very good. It's prototype pizza, buffalo wings. I'm tired. But anyway, we're gonna have not that. We're gonna have one that was Kylie recommended, and it is called Elmo's. Are you excited for Elmo's?
I am excited.
All right.
My tongue is excited.
Yes, they apparently have honey glazed stuff too, which you guys have noticed. I like. Oh, that's a loud engine. That's fine. Let's go inside. Well, they're here. What did you get? You got like regular.
I got medium.
You got medium.
Medium wings. Yeah.
Okay, with the traditional buffalo seasonings. I got medium as well, and on the side we also got what they recommended was a Cajun honey mustard glaze like combo. Apparently that's super popular. So dive in. So we just came out of Elmo's Wings. What'd you think?
That was pretty damn good.
Yeah, that was pretty good wings. I would go so far as to say the regular buffalo wings, probably the best of that particular type of fat. Very crispy, very flavorful, nice on the spice level. I have to admit though, that honey the honey mustard Cajun combo, it was weird. It was like barbecue chicken, but it wasn't barbecue. It was very good. I'm sorry you're so picky because I offered him some. I've got leftovers.
I should have tried them.
You should have tried them on your friend. You can have one later if you really want to.
I might try it.
But that was something. Like I would say come to Elmo's and get that. The regular buffalo, you could try it, just a token, whatever, but get the honey mustard Cajun thing. We saw a couple people order it. There's a reason. It's really good. I think we overdid it though. I got 20 wings, way too much.
I got 10 and I'm taking 6 of them home.
Yeah, I'm taking back like 10 almost. Yeah.
You're a fatty.
I am. Okay, yeah, okay. Neither, yeah. Good morning. It is day 7, our adventure out east. We are still in Buffalo, New York, and we thought we'd show you something kind of weird before we cross the border back into Canada. This right here is a Teddy Roosevelt statue. Do you know the significance of this Teddy Roosevelt statue?
Of this specific statue?
Yes, this area. Why are we here?
Oh, this is where he was inaugurated?
That is correct. After William McKinley, who we showed you a little bit before, after he died, Teddy Roosevelt happened to be in town. Well, not happened to be. He came into town to support his president. He was vice president at the time. He sticks around Buffalo, then finds out on September 14th, 1901, William McKinley is dead. So they swear him in as the 26th president of the United States right here. Shout out to Captain Potato, who loves all the Teddy Roosevelt stuff. And he didn't join us because he's a bitch.
Yeah.
You know, you guys really suck.
So if you're kind of tired of my company, the Buffalo airport's right there. I guess I could just go there and go home.
Yeah, get the out.
Like for real? Because it's easier. It'd be much faster.
No, I'm going to make you suffer through 2 more days with me.
I have to go through Canada again?
We're taking you to another country. Might leave you there, though.
But the speedway...
I'm going back to Detroit and I'm getting a pizza without you.
But the speedier way is through the air. See? There's a sign from the heavens. Speedy way. No. We have to go through the maple curtain again?
You must suffer.
Oh. So I'm inside the Buffalo History Museum. I wanted to show you guys a cool bonus. They actually have a section on the assassination of William McKinley, who we've been showing you before. For real, this is the actual gun used to kill the president, and that is the blanket that Leon Czolgosz hid the gun under when he went up to shake his hand. They even have medical tools that were used. They have obviously old photos of, you know, when it occurred. This right here is a ball and chain, as well as a set of handcuffs that were used to arraign. That's him, Leon Czolgosz. That is the guy who killed the 25th president of the United States. So I'm not doing like a whole big tour of it, but this museum is actually cool. They got a lot of neat stuff. Obviously on the history of Buffalo, the geography, War of 1812 stuff, first contact with the region. You know, they kind of walk you through the whole thing. And, you know, as we mentioned, they obviously talk about the McKinley assassination because that's one of the most significant things that ever happened here. Of course, their hometown president, Millard Fillmore, that we showed you the grave of and everything. But yeah, if you're out in Buffalo and you're into history, this is probably the best you're going to do. And it's not bad at all. There's some pretty cool stuff in here. This is kind of cool. Back in 1860, Abraham Lincoln's face and hands were basically made into plaster molds. And here they are on display in this museum. They mentioned they were from Chicago and Springfield. Why they're not down there, I don't know, but that's cool. This section is almost entirely just on the history of sports in Buffalo, particularly hand egg. Sorry, I can't even pretend to care about that part, but if you like it, it's here. I'm leaving now from the Buffalo History Museum. Fun other thing in there, but unfortunately not publicly displayed, they have the coat that I guess Teddy Roosevelt was wearing when he was inaugurated. I don't know why it's not on display. That seems really cool, but They must have their reasons. I specifically asked. Oh well. Anyway, so now Snowy over there, who's still in the car, he didn't feel like going in, and I don't blame him. We're gonna head out and make our way back to the Maple Empire. So there is the bridge. Where we are is still the US, and that land out in the background, that is Canada, and Ontario specifically. We'll be crossing into that very soon. So this is the American side, obviously. This is what you would go through customs if you're coming from Canada. Dual flags, American store over there, duty free.
In a quarter mile, continue straight to Peace Bridge.
We're about to enter Canada, so they're warning you repeatedly. Hey, there's Liberty. There was the Maple, Liberty and Maple. Two totally different concepts. But yes, I've actually never done this crossing before, so Peace Bridge, I guess. Not to be confused with Peace Arch. That's the one that's all the way out by like Vancouver, Seattle type of border. Very cool though. Basic same idea as those parks, and you know, unity and peace and prosperity between the two cultures, two countries. And I love how the camera went out of focus for absolutely no reason. But yeah, so right there you see the two flags. That is the actual physical national border between the two countries, and we are no longer in America. We are now in Canada, though not legally in Canada, but we will be. We got our passport. And my Nexus card, because somebody over here, I'm not going to say who, but it's definitely him, doesn't have a Nexus card. And maybe we'll work on that for him one day. But in the meantime, oh, Easy Pass is accepted here. You can pay the toll with that. Who knew?
Nice.
That is nice. Hello, Nexus Lane. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And there we have the customs entrance into Canada. So I'm gonna have to turn the camera off because they obviously don't like that. But that is a general sense of what it looks like. I could have been over there.
Suck it up.
I didn't have to be over here with normal people.
I'm not normal.
Oh. I thought you were gonna say I'm not a people. I am snow. All right, officially completed Canadian customs. We are back in the Maple Empire. The curtain was very viscous, but we got through it. Now we got to use, oh, supposedly our Easy Pass tag here will work. Let's see. Let us see. Let us, oh, it worked!
Yes.
Freedom! We have helped to liberate Canada. We have brought them civility. Welcome to Ontario. Yes, we welcome you with Easy Pass. We are at our next stop here. This is Real Canadian Superstore. I've taken you guys to one of these before. Think if Canada had its own brand of Walmart. We're gonna go in there, explore, see what kind of things we can find. Treasure! Because we're not limited by like airlines not letting us bring drinks. So if we find anything cool, we can grab it, take it back. That's just kind of a generic look at how these are laid out. Like I said, it's like a Canadian Walmart. So it's going well. These are all for my cousin, except for those. Snowman's taking one, and I'm taking one. But look at this. We got Kit Kat Pops, Coffee Crisp Pops, the versions of Reese's Pieces that have cookies and biscuits, double chocolate, and then hazelnut crunch, cookies crumble like Oreo, basically. Gooey salted caramel, caramel crisp, and again, the cookie dough Kit Kats. Crazy stuff. So we got to the weird sodas. Unfortunately, they don't have the maple Coca-Cola. That is a real thing. This is the British Columbia Raspberry. There is a Quebec maple Coca-Cola. This is good. I remember this being better than the maple one. This is their variant of the A&W, which is slightly different design. I don't think I've ever seen either of these. These versions of Canada Dry. Black cherry ginger ale and peach mango. So this is kind of cool. I showed you guys in a video Coca-Cola Spice, which actually, funny enough, is basically the Coca-Cola raspberry flavored. However, in Canada, this is not discontinued. In the US, it is. We have some stuff that's domestic to Canada, so like grape flavored crush, cream soda flavored crush, which I'm pretty sure we don't have in the States. But over here, we have a lot of, I think these are Taiwanese imports for Fanta flavors. Got some stuff down here, like a dragon fruit. I think that's dragon fruit, refreshers. But the Americano next to the cheese latte, what? So this one isn't actually Canadian. I think it's Thai. I'm not sure. But spicy garlic. That sounds like it'd probably be pretty good. Yeah, interesting thing about Canada, they're much better at the potato chip flavors than we are. They got a lot of weird ones we don't usually get. Like I know I've shown you guys the tikka masala ones to avoid the ketchup ones. They're a disease. But there's good ones. Things like sweet and tangy barbecue, I'm pretty sure, is one of them. Usually if they're homegrown Canadian, they will actually say it. Like this is the sour cream and bacon ruffles. This is really good. Obviously all dressed up as we talked about before. But yeah, there's some good ones here. So check this out. We got honey garlic flavored barbecue sauce. You know I'm gonna like that. But then because it's Canada, there's of course a maple version. There has to be. I'll bet that's actually pretty good. They have an oddly robust hot chocolate section. We got the marshmallow one, Aero candy bar version, a cookies and cream like an Oreo one, and then a combo pack that has the Aero one, but also the Turtles, as well as an After Eight mint one. I like hot chocolate, but not enough I would care to do this. I know I've seen these in the US before, but this is nice to see once again. Maple cream Oreos. This is cool. I've never seen this many different flavors of Canada Dry. We have vanilla cream, gingery ale cranberry, peach, black cherry, fruit splash, and pineapple. Nice. Before we leave Canada, we've decided we want to try this. This is a Canadian type of soda. I've never heard of the Pop Shop Black Cherry. Funny enough, we bought 2 of these, and one of them destroyed themselves in the car, so only mine survived. But I'm going to let Snowman have some, so we brought a little plastic cup and everything.
It's alright.
It's all right.
It's not a very powerful cherry taste in my opinion.
Okay. Is that good or bad?
It's not bad.
Okay.
I like it.
I think it's the perfect amount of cherry, actually. I would do this again. That's a lot for me in a soda, because I don't drink much soda. Usually when I show you guys these ones, I'm like, oh, it's alright, I want to do it again. This I would drink a second time. Good job, Canada Craft Shop, eh? So what are we doing now? Aside from all the junk in the back you can see has been amassed. Okay, so tonight, we're out in Hamilton, Ontario, and we're going to do something kind of unconventional, something I've been teasing before, something that violates almost every rule we both believe in, but it's happening anyway. Can you tell them what we're doing?
We're getting Chicago-style deep dish pizza in not Chicago.
Yes, there is a place in Hamilton, Ontario, literally called Chicago-style pizza. And normally this would break every single rule I have on pizza. But to be fair, I've been brought here before by some other Canadians who were like, no, this place is actually really good. It was. And, you know, I remember talking to the owner who was like, oh, yeah, no, I'm from Chicago originally because these people can't make pizza up here. And so he felt like he was doing a service, which hopefully he continues to do. Are you excited about breaking every rule you've ever believed in?
A little bit. A teeny bit.
Just a little bit. Hopefully it doesn't let us down. I've sent a few Canadians here before who have checked it out in the past because they're like, wow, I'm only used to eating crap like pizza. This is actually like, you know, food. So hopefully it lives up again. So presentation on the menu is fine. Go to the back. I'm getting the stuffed pizza. This is obviously the one they take the most time to look at. Don't forget those are CAD prices, but I still think a small will suffice. Personally, when it comes to deep dish, traditional deep dish, I stick with just cheese. However, he obviously disagrees. Why don't you just share one? Did you not watch the Detroit part? Always a mistake. Don't do that. You can always tell when somebody is not from a pizza area when they volunteer to share a pizza. Sickening. Check it out. Our pizza's arrived. I went with basil and cheese. What did you do?
Sausage and pepperoni.
Sausage pepperoni. That's one of your standards.
Yeah, I get it on everything.
Yeah. All right. Well, good luck. So here's the thing. Deep dish pizza, we know this as Chicago guys, has to reach a certain congeal point where it's not like bleeding cheese anymore. It has reached that. That is when you get taste perfection. The problem is we're very impatient, so we already ate the majority of our food. We are now leaving Chicago-style pizza, and we got thoughts, positive thoughts, but it's cold, so we're gonna get in the car and tell you them there.
I wasn't really expecting a great pizza because I'm not really a deep dish guy. I know that's sacrilege coming from Chicago, not liking deep dish, but I'm sorry, Chicago, I'm not a fan. This was excellent. I really like this. I think probably the best pizza I've had this trip, which is saying a lot because I really like the pizza we got in Detroit, but I'm sorry, Detroit, Canada beat you.
What did I say? What did I say? If you are Canadian, I realize Canada's a very big country physically, but let's be real. 90% of your people live in Southern Ontario. This is the one jewel-like oasis of pizza that you have. Go there, support it, enjoy it. Plus, that place fills up real quick. Like, it opens at 4:30. It's closed on Mondays. And, like, within a half hour, like, it was almost entirely full.
At least.
And parking situation.
There were already people in there when we were waiting to get in first.
Yeah, we walked in the door at 4:31. There was already people there. So, like, yeah. Parking situation admittedly kind of sucks. There's no parking lot. It's just street parking. So I would suggest getting there before they open and just kind of waiting. But I'm telling you, even if you're, like, from Michigan or New York and you're just passing through, you got a passport, whatever, I'm telling you, stop in here and try this. It's very, very good. The closest Chicago-style pizza I can claim, like legit Chicago, that's similar to is Giordano's, but Giordano's with a massive firmware update called Taste. No, for real though, it's like perfect. We were showing you before. It hits that like deep dish has an issue where when it's brand new, fresh and hot, it melts, and that actually makes it really hard to eat, which is where the stereotype of needing a fork and knife comes from. You have to wait for it to congeal a bit. That's kind of the magic of it. But that takes a little bit of time. It had hit that certain point, and it was perfect. But we were just full because we were, you know.
I liked it before that too.
Yeah, I liked it before that too. I'm not saying I didn't. I'm just saying if you're going to do this from like a science standpoint, that's what you should do.
I'd say find it on the map, put a pin down, and the next time you're anywhere close, come try it.
Yeah.
It's worth the trip.
Yeah, Chicago-style pizza in Hamilton, Ontario. Sauce was good. They also put like just the right amount. It's not like some deep dish pizzas people see as too much sauce, so they don't like it. To the point where I've had people on the East Coast, like New Yorkers specifically, say, I won't eat deep dish because I like cheese on my pizza. It's like, dude, it's mostly cheese. It's just under the sauce. Here you can see it.
It's a lot of cheese.
Yeah, it was very cheesy, very good. Ingredients-wise, they don't typically do basil. I like deep dish. I like basil on my deep dish. And she's like, we can do that for you. We'll either bake it in or we'll put it on top. I'll let the chef make the call. And I was like, yeah, let the chef make the call. And he made the right call. Any other comments, questions, or concerns?
I got the sausage and the pepperoni on mine. The pepperoni was a little undercooked, but it wasn't bad. But the sausage was very much like the sausage from my hometown pizza, which is Quonset in Waukegan. And it was a nice, meaty, garlicky type of sausage. It was absolutely perfect. That's basically the only other thing I could say about it, is just, it was fantastic.
There you go. Two Chicago, pizza snobs signing off on a imitation place in a totally different country. Telling you, do it.
Do it.
Good morning. It is day 8 here in our adventure. Technically, we are now in Windsor, Ontario. It is raining, and Snowman over here, who maybe is waving, I don't even know, does not want to get out in the rain, and I don't blame him. We are next to a Pizza, which we have discussed before, is a revolting pizza chain that aspires to be Little Caesars. And of course, we are also next to a Tim Hortons. Iconically, definitively Canadian. Are we going there? No. Actually, we're concluding this section of the video because we're about to cross the border and head into Michigan. So thank you very much for all that, for watching and so on and so forth. And so you can see, I'm going to be honest with you guys, because it's raining so much, I had planned to go down to the pier and show you guys the American side, see this side of Windsor, see the Boston, Detroit across, I said Boston, Detroit across the water. The rain is really making that impossible to really do anything and enjoyable. So I apologize, you're gonna have to settle for that before we cross over into the bridge. But I guess I would say Windsor is not as cool as Detroit, much like Buffalo is not as cool as Niagara Falls. Windsor, this is, I would basically say, Ontario's version of Buffalo. Border towns are always weird like this. One side is much better than the other, although Detroit is no prize exactly by comparison, but whatever. I think it's been interesting, it's been fun. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna get back in the car so we can go back to freedom. All right, everybody, it's that time. So just we're about to cross the border. There's, of course, a duty-free shop. We are not stopping there. Have you ever been to one? Yeah, they just kind of sell like cologne and booze and things where you don't have to pay tax on it. It's whatever. Anyway, so we're gonna get into the trucker lane because they seem to have condensed everybody into the same one. Look, we're still in Canada there, eh? We're leaving Canada and heading to America, freedom.
Continue straight onto Ambassador Bridge.
Yes, thank you. I wouldn't have known what else to do other than go straight on this bridge. You
Continue on Ambassador Bridge for 1 kilometer.
You. Here we go. This is U.S. Customs, so that's easier enough for us. But I'm going to use my Nexus card. He's got his passport, and I'm going to turn off the camera because, again, they don't like that. All right. We have officially cleared U.S. Customs. We are back home. We are in the state of Michigan. And now we begin the journey back to Chicago. Although, we do have one very specific idea for a stop on the way. Oh, it's good to be back in America where the cops are just doing stuff all the time. I don't even know if we saw a cop in Canada. Okay, so we are long past Michigan now. Actually, not that far. We just got out of it. We're actually now in Indiana. What town are we in specifically?
Middlebury.
Say that again?
Middlebury.
Middlebury, Indiana. Now, why would we stop here?
This is the Das Dutchman Essen House, which is a really awesome, like, bakery and restaurant and a whole bunch of other junk from my childhood. I came here tons of times as a youngster.
To make that a more, well, I mean, yes, that's all nice and sweet, but really it's an Amish restaurant, and Amish places are badass. There's fried chicken galore. Apparently there's a buffet. Very much looking forward to that. And yes, you can tell because there's been a lot of horses and horse carriages along here. So we're in the thick of Amish country. So I'm looking forward to this because I'm also very hungry. So this is kind of the end here. We're going to go enjoy this and then wrap things up, ladies and gentlemen. Sad. We're going to go fun though. All right, this is round one. We have shredded pork. We have pork ribs. We have something they call taco squares, which is the thing on the right, macaroni and cheese, and of course fried chicken, which is an absolute staple when it comes to Amish restaurants. So we got bread rolls, which apparently you're supposed to eat with this.
Oh, yeah.
Amish peanut butter? Mm-hmm. Okay.
And apple butter.
We got apple butter, right? Now, you did the mashed potatoes. I didn't do that. But other than that, you got the pork rib, fried chicken, macaroni and cheese. Anything else?
Yeah, I saw someone over there. They got some of the mashed potatoes, and they took the chicken noodle soup and put that on the mashed potatoes and put more gravy on it. Oh, that looked good.
Yeah. And I know she didn't get the roast beef. It's good.
I'm not a roast beef guy.
Wow.
But my mom loved it, and I had a feeling you would.
It's very good. So there's Amish peanut butter on bread. What is it? How is this different than peanut butter? I mean, I noticed it came out in a spray bottle.
It's made by these people here.
Well, that I gathered, but
it's like literally, it's just when the Amish make something, it's usually better than what we get.
Right. Well, yes, that's fair. That peanut butter was really good. It was very sweet and creamy, which is abnormal for a peanut butter. I mean, I know they always say it's supposed to be sweet and creamy, but this one actually is. As you can see, it just dispenses like that, and so no knife or anything. This is apple butter. We're going to go for that now. My round two has begun. Another chicken leg. We got roast pork. I think I said roast pork, but first time that was actually roast beef. We have the mashed potatoes and then a type of noodles, which looks like they're cooked in a soup, which is interesting. That's cool, though. Mm-hmm. You a happy snowman?
I am a happy snowman.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I know I'm fat, and that's not going to change. Anyway, so this is the dessert plate. We've got something called like fruit crisp, bread pudding, a chocolate brownie/cake thing, two different, what they call like raspberry delight and raspberry dream, and then something called dirt pudding. Homie over here is still working on his first plate.
Yeah.
He's slow, but that's okay. So we are now walking out of Essen House. What did you think of Essen House?
Oh, I ate some stuff I'd never eaten there before, and it was awesome. All of it.
Yeah, that was a spectacular way to end this trip, man. That food is incredible. Plus, we found something in Indiana. I'm legitimately like, wow, a reason to go to Indiana. No, it's really good. We were talking about this during actually eating the food, and one of the assessments I came to is because it's an Amish thing, they do everything, like everything on their own. Like they make the noodles by hand, like the basics. And as a result, it feels like the food quality is substantially better than your kind of average meal these days. And it basically feels like what it was probably like to eat normal food in the 1950s or something. Big buffet of it, great. They take credit cards, very modern while also not being modern, if that makes sense. Highly recommended. Anything else you want to tell the people about this place?
You gotta visit the bakery.
Yeah. We did
most of the stuff that you can buy or eat here, they also sell here. If you like the noodles, they sell the noodles. You like that peanut butter that they have, they sell it here. Everything is for sale.
Yeah, and it's very, very good. Mm-hmm. We would have done that, but we're very full and delusional and tired, and probably best not to buy a bunch of pies. So otherwise, we probably would do that. But anyway, I think that's where we're going to leave it now. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, I guess, driving and eating sort of adventure that came out of this. There was no planes involved. We did see some airports, sort of. So that's
sure.
Cool. Yeah. Anyway, guys, do me a favor. First of all, I'm going to put his Instagram stuff in the description. You can follow him. But also, he's in my Discord. So speaking of that, if you could like this video, comment down below. Subscribe if you've never done that before. I appreciate that. Also, check out those social media things. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Discord. He's in there. He's always in there. Patreon, Spreadshirt, Travel Channel, which is this, so you don't have to go to that already. Go to the main channel. It's got video game stuff. Do that. That'd be cool. Just do all that stuff. Thank you very much for watching. And thank you to Snowman for driving us around and having adventures with me. Appreciate it. Anyway, that's it. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you all later.
Bye.